I'm Christina. I'm sitting in a car, the door closed, and the city's noise drowning out the desperate cries of the man behind me. His voice fades as I look out of the window, my phone constantly lighting up with notifications, but I don't even glance at it. How did it come to this? Let me take you back. I was in a relationship with Ryan. He was a charming guy, working in a well-known company. His family was well-to-do, with his father being a successful businessman and his mother a socialite. Ryan's parents were quite traditional. His father was strict and expected Ryan to follow in his footsteps, while his mother was more concerned about social status and appearances. Ryan had always told me, I would never cheat on you. And I so desperately wanted to believe him. I was from a middle-class family. My parents were hard-working people who taught me the values of honesty and loyalty. One fateful night, I was sitting on the couch next to Ryan. He was engrossed in the TV, and I, out of curiosity, picked up his phone. There were messages from a woman I knew he shouldn't be talking to. I read every single one of them. My heart sank, but I remained calm. I said, I know what you did. He was sitting just 3 feet away from me on the couch. Without even looking up from the TV, he texted back, relax. She's just insecure. You're still the one I'm bringing to my sister's brunch tomorrow. The TV seemed to mock me with its laughter. The next day, we went to his sister's brunch. The place was packed. There was a long table with white plates, and the voices of his family members were overlapping. I forced a smile and passed the jam. When his sister asked how my work was going, Ryan answered for me. When I reached for a family picture on the table, his mother quickly slid it past my hand to Ryan. Someone then clinked a glass and said, to Ryan, always honest laughter. I just nodded, trying to keep my composure. Ryan's phone buzzed on the table, with the name of that woman clearly visible. He quickly flipped it down with 2 fingers and said, probably spam. His sister looked at me and asked, you okay, Christina? I'm fine, I replied, taking a sip of my drink. It tasted like metal. In the hallway near the coats, Ryan leaned in close and whispered, don't start anything. Not here. I said, I wasn't planning to, my voice steady. When we got home, Ryan went to take a shower. The steam fogged the mirror. I sat at the counter and opened my laptop. I remembered the shared cloud account that he had forgotten we shared. With just one click, I found the payment details, dates, locations, and a hotel invoice with his initials misspelled. I saved the evidence, closed the laptop, and set it down as if it were a coaster. Ryan came out of the shower, smiling, with a towel on his shoulders. See, family stuff. We're good, he said. I just nodded and said, we're good. At 11:42 p.m. His phone lit up again. He didn't reach for it, but I did. He said my name in a warning tone. I read the preview, tomorrow, same room. Bring the blue shirt. I placed the phone back between us and said, you're right. Tomorrow. He fell asleep, but I couldn't. I lay there, listening to the hum of the building and counting my breaths. The next day at lunch, Ryan's co-workers filled the conference room. There were pizza boxes everywhere, and everyone was joking around. Someone asked when we were getting engaged. Ryan laughed too loudly and said, soon. I stood up and said, I'm heading out. I forgot something. Ryan froze for a split second, and that was enough for me. In the lobby, I forwarded the file to his boss's email address with a blank subject line. By 2:06 p.m. I saw Ryan being called into the glass office. He looked at me through the glass, his eyes wide and his mouth open. I lifted my coffee and took a sip. He called me, but I didn't answer. He texted, and I muted my phone. His sister called, and I just watched the phone ring. At 3:11, the group chat went quiet. At 3:12, someone posted a screenshot that I didn't send. At 3:13, Ryan's phone started buzzing like crazy. He ran down the sidewalk towards me, his tie loose and his face gray. "Please," he said. People around us stared. A woman with a stroller slowed down. "You're ruining me," he pleaded. I handed him the keys and said, "You already planned this. I just stopped paying for it." His hands were shaking, and his mouth moved, but no sound came out. My phone lit up again. There was a lawyer's name I didn't save, then a call from his mother, and a notification from the building app saying my access was revoked. I stepped into the car, and as the door closed, I left all the chaos behind. The city swallowed his voice, and I knew that a new chapter of my life was about to begin, free from the lies and betrayal. Ahead, my phone kept lighting up, but I chose not to look. I was ready to move on.